Welcome to What's the Stack? Every day as technical recruiters, we're asking the question of, what's the stack? So we thought, why not bring that question to life and ask some of our favourite technical friends in Brisbane what their stack is over a stack of pancakes in Brisbane's iconic church turned 24/7 pancake restaurant, the Pancake Manor.
Today we're meeting with Nikki Williamson. Nikki is a singer, dancer, actor, magician.
None of this is true, it's not true at all.
It's not true. Nikki is the engineering manager at Swyftx, one of Brisbane and Australia's fastest growing and most exciting companies at the moment. Nikki has a really interesting background in e-commerce and working with a number of e-commerce brands, growing her tech career so far. She's recently included cryptocurrency into that sort of realm.
Mixed bag.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And what we want to find out about Nikki today is what does it take to manage a growing team, all while adding a new feather to your cap in your career.
Yeah, so let's go meet Nikki. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, we've all got
Thank you.
everything
All
without
got it.
anything.
Thank you so much. Oh, and a tea for the lady. Make my own.
Thank you.
Deconstructed. Thank you so much.
Yes. Amazing. Well, Nikki, welcome to What's the Stack? What stack do you have in front of you today?
We have macadamia madness going on here today.
Amazing.
Yes.
And tell us about your tech stack. What's your tech stack?
Okay, at Swyftx we are using Node.js, TypeScript, JavaScript, Angular, to which we are decommissioning and going towards React Native for our app and React for web.
Yep.
Terraform, AWS, Redis, Datadog, LaunchDarkly, and Kubernetes.
Wow. Impressive
Yeah,
that you remembered them all.
I remember them all.
Give us a bit of an overview of your career to date.
Okay, I've been in the industry about 9 years. I think I started as a junior developer at Terry White, to a global e-commerce developer at Absolute Board Co. And then, where did I go after that? Yes, software engineer at Culture Kings, and then into management at Culture Kings as well, and then technical manager at Amart to now engineering manager at Swyftx. Look, got to be honest, it was not in my vision when I was growing up. I wanted to be a psychiatrist, so kind of quite far away from where all of my plans were. When I was 19, I went and lived in London, just decided that it was time to get away, and when I came back, someone told me that I just sort of was naturally good at it in an office once when I was helping the IT team out, and that's all it took, and from there I just got into it myself, so yeah.
And your career to date has been quite e-commerce focused, so starting in, I guess, Terry White and then moving through a couple of different e-commerce platforms. Why has that focus been something, is it just been sort of by chance that you've made that transition, or is there something more to it?
It definitely wasn't deliberate. I think it's sort of that general, you've started in somewhere as a junior, you've obviously worked there for a little while, you get used to those skills and expertise that come with e-commerce, and then it makes it easier for you to move along in that same direction, on that same path. And you know, after you've been a junior for a while and then you're looking for the next step, you're going to start looking at the skill sets that you're feeling comfortable in. So naturally it's just a general progress along e-commerce.
And do you see Swyftx as a departure from e-commerce, or is it sort of still in the same realm?
Look, when I was first reached out to for the role, I was really nervous about it not being e-commerce, and I started to really doubt myself around how I was going to handle all of that, because it wasn't Magento and it wasn't, you know, Salesforce or anything like that. I didn't know all too much about apps in a working environment, and had never traded before either. So the whole thing felt pretty...
Big learning curve.
Big learning curve.
Yeah.
But the more I sort of thought about it, it's actually still quite relatable. There's still customers that you're trying to obtain, there's still customers you're trying to retain, there's still money involved, there's still marketing, customer service, UX teams. So it's pretty similar. It hasn't been as big as a learning curve as I thought it would have been.
And do you have any advice for developers who might have a niche, whether it's e-commerce or something different, and they're looking to, I guess, diversify or move into something that's got that big learning curve?
I would say really to just step outside your comfort zone. I think most people don't realise how their skills can be transferable and relatable to other different jobs as well. So I think it's just more step back a little bit and broaden that search to what you're looking for. Like,
Now, something that Em loves as pastime is stalking people, and she's done a bit of research on you and found you read 1 to 2 novels a week. Firstly,
Out of control.
where do you find the time? What's the motivation? What's going on there?
I don't know if there's anything actually there. Like, I've never thought about reasons why. I've always read.
Yeah.
Ever since I was a little girl, I've always read. I've been the person that used to read in the shower. I would put my book outside the shower on like a basket and then sit on the floor and like clean the glass window so I could see it and read. I have left parties and events because I was like, I'm reading a good book, I just want to go home. Yeah, so there's been no particular reason or importance that I've really thought about it. It's just what I love it more than most things.
So, what technology development is exciting you the most at the moment?
At the moment, there is a lot of new things coming hard and fast at everybody. It'd be wrong of me if I didn't say cryptocurrency. I know it's been around for a while, but I think where it's going currently, where people are actually using it as tender, whether it's for coffees or houses or cars, I think that aspect of it is really cool to see where it goes.
It's kind of that curve, right? Like the early adopters and we're now going in.
Exactly.
Acceptance.
Exactly. It's exciting, especially for me. Like, I need this to continue on an upward trajectory. Blockchain, but also again, outside of the crypto space, I think it's really interesting to see what it could do to revolutionize traditional banking.
You mentioned that you weren't into crypto before and you weren't trading before, and now it's sort of something that's part of your life. But I know on the other side of the fence, there's lots of people who are at Swyftx and have a real passion for it coming into the business. That's a bit of a draw card for them.
Yeah.
Do you think I guess, how does that fit into finding the right people for your team? Do you think it's important to have a passion for what you're developing and the product that you're putting out there?
Look, yes, definitely yes. I don't think that they need to necessarily trade, but if they don't have an account and frequently log in and perhaps pretend to be a user every now and again, then I think there are some shortcomings there. Like, as I said before, yes, you could 100% be a brilliant engineer and smash out the tickets that are assigned to you, but I feel like there's that little bit of passion missing sometimes if you're not thinking about the customers or using it as a customer yourself to truly understand like the features that we're building and the roadmap, and or interested even in the user research that happens. So yeah, I do.
Or the why behind it, I guess.
Or the why, exactly. So I do think it's important with every place that you've been and every job I've been at. I've been a customer, even if I've not particularly, been a skateboarder or into streetwear or whatever. I've always had the website open constantly, and at random points during the day, we'll pretend to be a user and just click around.
So Swyftx is named after a bird. If you were a bird, where would you fly?
Russia.
Oh.
Yeah,
Don't question it, just lean into it. If you could only recommend one book to the world, what would that book be?
Women, Men, and the Whole Damn Thing.
Cool.
When was the last time you thought about Fran Drescher from The Nanny?
Probably only a couple of weeks ago. I rewatched the whole series.
Oh my god, amazing!
Yeah.
It's like I knew.
How did you know? If you could pick any superpower, what would it be?
Oh crap. Read minds.
Yeah. What's the superior flavour of M&M?
Ooh, crispy. Crispy, I'm a crispy.
Have you ever solved a Rubik's Cube?
One side.
What would you do if there were 26 hours in the day?
I think I would just continue reading.
And finally, what do you love about having a career in tech?
The people. It is the people. They are autonomous, they are driven, they are creative, and I admire so many of them. So it is the people.